Hi, Jim Schreiner. Welcome back. You know, before I go further, I'd like to mention here, you can go to jimschreiner.com and just about everything that you'll see here today, my diet plan, my exercise program, everything you see, the supplements, and all my diet plan, my exercise program, it's all absolutely free. Absolutely free. It's my give back to the world, I guess. And this PowerPoint presentation, you can go to jimschreiner.com, scroll down, you'll see the Instagram, you'll see the YouTube and Facebook icons. Click on those, it'll go right here. This is all absolutely free. Now I want to start getting into the nutritional aspect of my seminar, which I think is probably going to become the most critical. Throughout my journey, as I said earlier in the piece, I said, follow those that seek truth, question those that find it. You know, I've been in this game, the health and wellness game, for well over 30 years, and our theories have always changed. Our theories have evolved because we're constantly learning about the human body. I want you to think about something. We've been carbaholics or sugaraholics for decades now. Americans eat more carbohydrates than virtually any other culture, and we have the highest rate of chronic disease. I believe that we've been addicted to sugar for way too long. And when I say sugar, I'm not talking about just table sugar. Carbohydrates are sugar. Doesn't matter if you get that carbohydrate from a carrot or a banana or a piece of bread, or doesn't matter where it comes from. It could be a baked potato. Your body has to convert that to a sugar called glucose in order to utilize it as energy. And we've been addicted to sugar. And because of that, I believe we have a high rate of chronic illness. But guess what? I believe that science has been wrong. We shouldn't be addicted to sugar. We should be addicted to fat. Avocados, coconuts, olives all have healthy fats. It used to be that science used to believe that those fats were damaging to us. Now we know it's exactly the opposite. You're going to hear, and you've probably been hearing, terms called ketosis. Dr. Atkins, who I had the honor of working with years ago, developed the first ketogenic diet, the ketosis diet, when he came out with the Atkins diet, which was a high protein, low carbohydrate, low fat diet. It was all about protein. And he got the body into what they call a ketonic state, a ketosis state, where the body, the liver, produced these ketone bodies. Bodybuilders have been using that theory for years in order to get rid of body fat. A bodybuilder, when he stands on stage, has probably only got 2, 3, 4% body fat. And they get shredded, they get ripped. And they did that by eating high amounts of protein. So Atkins started the ketosis movement years ago, but my problem with that was they were using too many animals. You know, it basically gave people a license to eat pork all the time and beef all the time, and they eliminated carbohydrates. And by doing so, they still had a high rate of chronic disease. They still had a high rate of chronic inflammation. They still had a high rate of chronic inflammation because chronic inflammation was brought on by animal protein. So it wasn't the ketosis I had the problem with, it was how they got to ketosis, using animal to get there. Well, we now know that you can actually get the body into ketosis, and in ketosis, your body burns fat more efficiently because it becomes its primary fuel source. So not only can you burn fat more efficiently, but by using my diet plan, my plant-based diet plan, you can get into ketosis using plants and help to eliminate chronic illness. Why? Because now you've eliminated chronic inflammation. I want you to look at Finland, Australia, New Zealand, a whole list of United Kingdom, Denmark. All these countries have figured out how to eat healthy with a proper balance of healthy fats, healthy proteins, and a plant-based diet, and help to get into ketosis. So not only do they not struggle like we do with weight problems, they have virtually no chronic illness like Americans do. Well, as I told you, I had family history of chronic illness. Both my parents and all my brothers and sisters have some form of chronic illness. I'm 57 years old. I don't take any prescription medications. I have no chronic illness. I virtually have no body fat because this is a lifestyle. I've put my body into ketosis the healthy way. I coined a term a few years ago called fishitarianism, which is what I'm going to go into in detail in a little bit. I'm a vegan. I eat all plants, and the only animal that I eat is fish. and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I can put my body into ketosis to burn fat more efficiently, have more energy. I have no inflammation in the body because I've used plants and fish to put my body into ketosis. And that's what we're going to talk about. And when you go to jimschreiner.com, my diet plan is there. It's free of charge. You can see the exact diet plan that I follow, the exact diet plan that I still follow that's kept me healthy at 57 years old. We've got to train the body to get off of and addicted to carbohydrates, and we got to switch gears and get it into ketosis by using healthy fats. Predominantly avocados. I eat at least one avocado a day. And again, people will say, well, Jim, that's loaded with fat. Yes, but it's loaded with healthy fat. I know it sounds counterintuitive. I actually joked about one of my favorite movies was the movie Cars. And I remember when the race car Lightning, when he was practicing on dirt and Paul Newman was coaching him, he said, now when you go into the turn, he said, turn the wheel in the direction of your skid. And he says, well, that's stupid. Everybody knows that you turn the wheel in the opposite direction. And he kept doing it and kept doing it, and he kept spinning off in the dirt because it was counterintuitive. It went against what he was taught. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. People have been taught for years that, hey, you can't eat fat. That's how you get fat. And I'm telling you, they're wrong. The way you get rid of fat is eating healthy fat. When you eat avocado, coconut, and olive oil fats, it flips a switch in the body and gets your body to get off of sugar and burn fat as its primary fuel source. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it works. I promise you, science has proven that this ketosis, this plant-based ketosis program works. So you've got to switch from carbohydrates to healthy fats. Look at this. I eat avocados, coconut, oil. And you'll see on this list I've given you eat more of the fats. And if you're going to eat protein like I do, make it fish. I eat shellfish, seafood. I love salmon, I tuna, and we're going to talk about that, about getting fish from the ocean. There's been too much play, too much emphasis on, mercury and that. We're going to get into that detail in a little bit. But I've laid out for you here the foods that you should be eating, like your food pyramid. And on the diet plan that you'll get at myjimschreiner.com, it's free of charge. I think there's even a 7-day or a 14-day actual diet plan that you can follow. It tells exactly what to eat for 7 days to burn fat and get in the best shape of your life. This is the exact diet plan that I've used and I continue to use. In a 57, you'll see some pictures when you go to the video. I'm in the best shape of my life because my diet plan works. And not only does it work, it's based on science. You know what? I've been telling you for years. So-called experts have been wrong.